On September 17, 2024, things took a very dark turn for Rosie O'Donnell's oldest daughter, Chelsea O'Donnell. Chelsea was arrested and charged with a slew of heartbreaking and inappropriate crimes. This news is a bit unexpected for TV lovers who've spent years watching Rosie on different beloved shows. Rosie led the way on The Rosie O'Donnell Show from 1996 until 2002. She also starred on The Rosie Show from 2011 until 2012. Rosie consistently shared her insights and opinions on The View as a talk show host from 2006 until 2007. But Rosie's television history is now being overshadowed based on the crimes of her daughter. These are the details about why Chelsea got arrested. Why was Chelsea O'Donnell arrested? According to In Touch Weekly, Chelsea's cause for arrest was more serious than anyone might have guessed. She was charged with 4 felony accounts of child neglect, maintaining a drug trafficking place, the possession of THC, and the possession of methamphetamine. It only gets worse from there. Chelsea was also charged with 2 misdemeanors for possession of illegally obtained prescription drugs and disorderly conduct combined with domestic abuse. A call was placed to complain about Chelsea to the Marinette County Sheriff's Office on September 10. When police officers arrived on the address, they found a worrisome scene in front of them. When talking to officers, Chelsea admitted that she got into a fight with her boyfriend, Jacob Nelland. The cops were quick to realize that the fight she had with Jacob was only just the beginning. More details about Chelsea O'Donnell's arrest. Police didn't have much patience for Chelsea on the night they took her in. They asked her several questions, but they didn't believe they were getting adequate answers from the 27-year-old woman. One thing they knew for sure was that Chelsea was spending time inside her home with Jacob and her young son. He was born in October 2023. An officer describes the troublesome situation, saying, https://www.instagram.com/da_n_0 I tried to ask her more questions, and you could tell that Chelsea was not being honest whatsoever. This was a repeat of what happened a few weeks prior when I was at her house for a similar incident. One of the worst details of all. Police officers picked up a meth pipe that wasn't too far away from where her baby was. They also found meth residue in the pipe Chelsea had tucked into her pocket. Jacob's physical appearance served as further proof to police that things were quite dangerous in their household. Cops described Jacob saying, his facial features were sunken in, and he was missing some teeth. His muscle tone was very rigid, and he seemed like he was flexing even though he was not. I asked him what other drugs he used today, and he said that he only smokes marijuana. Based on my training and experience, I know that marijuana will not have this effect on your eyes. I have previously observed this type of impairment on someone that had smoked meth. Do you think Chelsea will actually be convicted? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Rosie O'Donnell, the outspoken comedian, actress, and former talk show host, has long been a prominent figure in the public eye. Known for her brash sense of humor and strong opinions, Rosie has built a career based on being unapologetically herself. However, her personal life has often been the subject of media scrutiny, especially when it comes to her family. Recently, the spotlight turned to her eldest daughter, Chelsea O'Donnell, following her arrest for child neglect and other related charges, a scandal that has left both Rosie's fans and critics talking. This incident has not only shocked Rosie's supporters, but also reopened old wounds from years of public tensions between mother and daughter. While the relationship between Rosie and Chelsea has been complicated and volatile, this latest development adds another layer of complexity to their family dynamic, drawing attention to the personal struggles and challenges that exist behind the celebrity image. Their arrest and charges. What happened? Chelsea O'Donnell, now in her mid-20s, was arrested in October 2023 on charges of child neglect, with further allegations of endangerment and substance abuse surfacing in the aftermath. According to police reports, Chelsea was taken into custody after authorities found her young child in a hazardous living situation, reportedly without adequate supervision or care. The details are grim. Chelsea's child was allegedly found in an environment unfit for a young child, with substances present in the home, raising serious concerns about the reportedly expressed concern over Chelsea's behavior and the condition of her household for weeks before the arrest, prompting an investigation. Authorities acted quickly, and Chelsea was arrested on multiple counts, including child neglect and endangerment. While the child was safely removed from the situation, the news of the arrest sent shockwaves through the media, instantly raising questions about the family's private struggles. A complicated family history. To fully understand the gravity of Chelsea's arrest, it's important to look back at her rocky relationship with Rosie O'Donnell. Rosie adopted Chelsea as a baby in 1997, along with several other children who she has raised over the years. Though Rosie has often expressed deep love for her children, her relationship with Chelsea has been anything but smooth. Publicly, the two have had several falling outs, with Chelsea even running away from home at the age of 17. At the time, Chelsea made headlines for accusing Rosie of being overly controlling, which led to a very public feud. Rosie, on the other hand, expressed concern for Chelsea's mental health, revealing that her daughter struggled with issues like depression and anxiety, which made their relationship more difficult. After Chelsea left home, their relationship became increasingly strained, with periods of reconciliation followed by further estrangement. In the years since, the two have had an on-again, off-again relationship, with Chelsea often publicly distancing herself from her famous mother. Chelsea even gave interviews in which she painted Rosie as a less-than-ideal parent, accusing her of controlling behavior and an inability to relate to her as an individual. On Rosie's side, she frequently tried to downplay the drama, but it was clear that their relationship was fragile at best. Rosie's response: a mother's heartbreak. Rosie O'Donnell has yet to publicly comment on Chelsea's recent arrest, but it's not hard to imagine the emotional toll this situation must be taking on her. As a mother who has faced public criticism and personal heartbreak over her daughter's struggles, this latest chapter is bound to be a devastating blow. Over the years, Rosie has been open about the challenges of raising children, especially those with emotional and behavioral issues. During their very public fallout, Rosie consistently voiced her concern for Chelsea's well-being, often expressing hope that her daughter would find stability and peace. The fact that Chelsea's life has now spiraled into legal trouble, with a young child involved, is a heartbreaking development for any parent. Rosie has always been a fierce advocate for mental health awareness and LGBT+ rights, often using her platform to discuss the difficulties of family life. In light of Chelsea's arrest, Rosie may once again find herself in the difficult position of balancing her role as a mother with her public image. As much as Rosie's life has been in the public eye, dealing with such personal tragedy is bound to be deeply painful, especially when it involves her grandchild. Chelsea O'Donnell. A troubled path. Chelsea's struggles have been well documented, and her arrest may be a culmination of years of unresolved issues. Throughout her young adulthood, Chelsea has had a difficult path. After leaving her mother's home, she was involved in a series of tumultuous relationships, some of which resulted in further media attention. Her relationship with her mother has been punctuated by long periods of silence, followed by brief moments of reconciliation, only to break down again. Her issues with substance abuse have also been rumored over the years, though never confirmed publicly. With her arrest now involving the welfare of her own child, Chelsea's situation appears to have reached a critical point, where intervention is necessary not only for her own well-being, but for the safety of her child. Public reactions. Sympathy or scandal? The public response to Chelsea's arrest has been mixed, with some offering sympathy to Rosie as a mother dealing with a child's descent into trouble, while others have been quick to criticize both mother and daughter. Rosie O'Donnell, despite her years of charitable work and activism, has often been a polarizing figure in the media. As such, some critics have latched onto this scandal as further evidence of dysfunction in her family life, while her supporters emphasize that this is a private family matter that should not be exploited by the press. A strong contingent of people expressing concern for Chelsea's child, hoping that the situation will lead to an intervention that prioritizes the child's safety and future. Child neglect cases are always sensitive and complicated, but the involvement of a public figure like Rosie O'Donnell has only heightened the intensity of the media coverage. Moving forward, what's next for Rosie and Chelsea? As the legal process unfolds, Chelsea O'Donnell will likely face serious consequences for her actions, both legally and personally. For Rosie, this is another chapter in a long and difficult journey as a mother. Whether this arrest will serve as a wake-up call for Chelsea, helping her turn her life around, remains to be seen. What is certain is that Rosie O'Donnell will continue to face the public scrutiny that has accompanied her career for decades. But behind the headlines and the celebrity status, this is a story of a mother and daughter who, despite years of conflict, are bound by love and the hope for healing. For Chelsea, the hope is that this arrest might be a catalyst for change, a chance to confront her demons, seek help, and provide a better future for her child. And for Rosie, it's a painful reminder of the challenges that come with motherhood, even when lived in the harsh spotlight of fame.